Well, Wayne here with Tri County Locksmith Service doing a review on boots. These are Muck boots, and they're waterproof and they're tall. Basically, I like I was using the Danners with the Gore-Tex lining for waterproof boots, and they were great. The only drawback is in the service industry, you know, if you need to take your shoes off to go into somebody's house, it's like a 5-minute process to unlace those big, giant, tall boots and then put them back on every time you got to come in and out of the house. You know, realize you could put booties on over that, but when your boots are completely caked in snow, the water, it's going to melt when you're in the home, and you're still going to make a mess. So you got to take your shoes off. This was my solution. I wanted to try something different. So this was the solution. I went to these Muck boots. I checked some stuff out online, workbootreviews.com, and you know, a couple other places, and it sounded like everybody really liked these boots. And these have been in service for a while now. Again, I like to review things after they've been on my feed, and you know, I've interacted with the product for a while, and I was a little skeptical because I personally have pretty warm feet. My feet sweat a lot, and I was really nervous about going to a rubber boot. So I had avoided a rubber boot at all costs before, but they said these Muck boots are breathable, they breathe. So I'm trying to figure out how you make a rubber boot breathe. A waterproof leather boot, you can waterproof the leather with oils, or you have a Gore-Tex or waterproof membrane that lets moisture and sweat out but keeps the water from getting to your feet. I just didn't know how you could accomplish that with a rubber boot style like this. So I was pretty nervous about having my feet getting way too hot and being hot and sweaty and nasty all day. But they've really done a good job. One of the first things is this boot, they say that it's got a comfort rating to up to about 75 degrees. My feet are hot. Again, so I really don't agree with that 100%. So I think they're good to about 65. Once it starts getting to be about 70 degrees, and you're outside in the sun, they're too warm for me. But for a wintertime boot, what I wanted it for was the rain and the snow. Keep that off my feet, keep it off my pants, and these work great for that. You can see these have been used quite a bit. The bottom's pretty soft rubber, so this is the wetland version. It's probably supposed to be in more marshy, swampy hunting conditions, but it was the one that felt the best and the lightest and the most comfortable to me when I was at the store. The chore boot seemed too heavy. It had the heavier duty Vibram sole, but it made the boot extremely heavy as well. So I went with these, and they've held up extremely well. I mean, you don't have to, the nice part about them is you don't have to do anything to them. You don't have to maintain them. You know, you buy a $300 pair of Danner boots, then you got to buy a $20 or $30 thing of oil. You got to oil them every 6 months. You know, you have maintenance with them. These you just wash with soap and water. They don't need any kind of rehydrating oil or anything like that. So I wanted to see how they really work and how they got to the point where they call them breathable and what makes them different. And what makes them different is this little sample piece right here. It's going to be a little bit difficult to see, but if you can see right in there, there's these hair-like fibers that are like strands of plastic, and they poke straight up, and they create this air layer here between the rubber, like the neoprene outer, and where the foot stays, and those stiff fibers create an air pocket, and as you walk throughout the day, they do this, and it creates like a billows effect throughout the entire boot, and that's what circulates the air. So it's taking the air from your toes and it's working it, and every time you move, it's pumping it through this boot until it comes out. These are comfortable up to about 65, 70 degrees if you roll them down like this. This is a great way to make them nice. They slip on easy, they take off easy, You can take them on and off 100 times a day. You know, you're not, it takes 2 seconds. And the shorter you have it, the quicker the air gets out, the quicker that billows effect gets the air out and keeps your feet cool. So for a rubber boot, I was really, really impressed with these. As soon as, you know, it's raining or you need more protection or it's colder out, you can roll the boot up like this, and you know, then you get this much. You can walk through, you know, 18, 24 inches of snow, and your pants can be tucked inside, and then your pants, the bottom of your pants, never get wet either. And then you get back in the car, you roll them down, you're good to go. So they really serve a large range of purposes. The rubber down here is pretty soft. They're pretty comfortable to wear it all day. If you're going to be on your feet a lot, I would suggest getting some kind of extra padding in there, some kind of gel insert, and that would seem to help. But I mean, just for everyday use, for work and stuff in the service industry, they seem to be just fine, just the way they are, stock right off the showroom floor. And they're just no maintenance. The only thing that you need to have with these particular rubber boots is a boot dryer. If you do not have a boot dryer, there will be a problem. It's a must-have. When you buy these boots, buy a boot dryer and set your boots on the boot dryer every single night, and it'll keep them dry, and it'll keep you know, all the foot things from starting to happen. You know, you start to get all the bacteria and stuff. It dries them out, and it keeps your feet sanitary and healthy, and it makes it to where you can wear this boot every single day. It's not just a hunting boot. You can actually wear it all the time. But if you get these, you have to get the foot dryer. I would not recommend getting any kind of fully rubberized boot without some sort of foot drying application. It's just not worth it, to me anyways. And that's my personal opinion and the way my feet work. But other than that, these are great. They're multi-purpose, multi-function. I've had them on for about 6 months now, and this is just kind of some waterproofing stuff that I sprayed on there just to help the mud and stuff wash off a little easier. But it doesn't need to be done at all by any means. When, you know, these are no maintenance boots. So simply rolling them down, you can create your own comfort zone. Roll them up, create your own comfort zone. They're great for riding four-wheelers, hunting, everyday work. Basically, you know, when it gets wintertime here, every time I go outside, just throw these on. It's super, super easy. You come in the house, you don't want to drag all the stuff in the house, pop them off, throw them on the feet dryer, you're good to go. Muck boots definitely pass the test, and I'm really, really happy with them. The only thing that I would not recommend these for is like long-term hiking. If you're going to be out in the backcountry and you need a real hiking boot, you're going to want something that really laces down around your foot to cover that kind of mileage and to take that kind of use. These, your foot does move around a little bit in them. I mean, not to the point of being uncomfortable. On a long hike, I could see where this wouldn't be the optimum boot for that. But everyday use, chores, farm, ranching, you know, in any of the outdoor activities where there's going to be water and dirt, these things are awesome. So for more information, go to www.workboots.com. Thank you.